Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Now, Wanda, I was told in certain situations, if I didn't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Because when you open your mouth, that's when people really find out how dumb you are. Now, you came on your platform Saturday begging for viewers for Love and Marriage Huntsville while saying you were going to go live the next day and you were going to keep it 100. I guess they sought you out because Melody didn't promote the show for Saturday, and nobody's going to do anything, that nobody's going to stand for Tisha or Marceau or anybody else on that platform. See, Tisha done got herself in some hot water with the viewers, as always. So they recruited you, somebody that's not on the show anymore, or supposedly not on the show anymore, to come and beg for people to watch. And what got me is when you said that you were going to keep it 100. Then yesterday, Wanda, you got on your platform once again, and what did you do? You defended the alleged abuser, Martell. You put Melody down, and you wanted to gloat about Melody only being featured in one scene on Saturday's episode. You did a whole lot of deflecting, but what I didn't see is you keeping it 100 as you stated. You did say you were going to keep it 100. Because what you talked about, it had nothing to do with you, assumingly. So I don't understand why you even took to your platform. You stated that you busy on Sundays. You stated that you really didn't have time. So if you didn't have time, why did you address your viewers with stuff that you had nothing to do with, assumingly? And if it's two sides to every story, Wanda, and you're going to keep it 100, Melody didn't already told her side of the story, and her receipts were shown. So, since you speaking up for Martell, why didn't you tell his side if it's two sides to every story? Because in order for you to say something like that, you didn't heard something. Because if something is going on, and I don't have anything to do with it, I'm going to keep my mouth closed and let it unfold without me. You didn't get on there and give your opinion. You trying to sway the viewers, trying to say that it's two sides to every story. Basically, don't count Martell out. But why? Why would you do that unless you had something to gain? Because that mess you were speaking about, it wasn't nothing. It definitely wasn't it wasn't keeping it 100. And I believe you was deflecting from, people blacking out Love and Marriage Huntsville, and to not dig into you and your family's behind, because you already knew Tisha had motive to bring that lady onto the show. Tisha already got a new hairdresser. She dismissed this one. So she didn't give a damn about making things right or being able to communicate with her. Why? She not your hairdresser. So what she need to communicate with her for? She ain't spoke to the girl since she dismissed her. So all of a sudden, out the clear blue, she called a girl up talking about, okay, we need to learn to communicate. Why she didn't take her plus one as Kiki? Her and Kiki are the ones that just had a falling out where they weren't able to understand each other. So why she ain't use Kiki? Make it make sense, Wanda. But we still waiting on you to keep it 100. And when you keep it 100, can you be 100 on your food truck? Why it's not up and running? Yeah, let's start with you, Wanda. If you're gonna be 100, start with yourself. Why you don't have your food truck? Be 100 and tell us about you and Tisha's alleged arrest records. That's keeping it 100, Wanda. Be 100 and tell us why they faked that scene of Tisha not having an office. Where they get Gino from? Because that that office that Gino and Marceau was sitting in, that ain't got nothing to do with show or anywhere else. If you're gonna be 100, Wanda, be 100 and tell us what happened to Marceau truck in Atlanta. You understand, Wanda? See, when you say you're gonna be 100, be 100 is to be just that. Be 100. But while you being 100, can you be 100 on how you know firsthand when Melody and Miss Van scenes are going to be cut out and you're not on the show? Tisha and Marceau, they not producers. So let's keep it 100 how you got all the ins and out on who is filming when and what scenes are being played out. You got first-hand knowledge. So who's feeding you the information? Carlos? Let's keep it 100. That's what you said. And while you being 100, can you be 100 and tell us about Marceau Africa trip? I mean, you said you was going to be 100. Being 100 is to be what? 100. See, Wanda, it's plenty of stuff you could have been 100 about on your platform without even dragging in outside people. You and your family, y'all got plenty of people. I mean, plenty of things that you can be 100 about. People been asking questions about for years. And you haven't been 100 on none of that. But instead you choose to go after Melody, saying you don't feel sorry for her, and basically what's happening to her is her own fault. Says the person with a husband and a boyfriend. Wanda, that's not really ladylike. But you're trying to talk about Melody. Melody was with her husband. So you going back and forth between your husband and your boyfriend, ain't no telling what you screwing around. I mean, we just keeping it 100, Wanda. That's all we doing. Because we already knew that you and your family didn't have no empathy towards Melody. We didn't need to hear you say that. When you talked about her kids and laughed on your platform with Basement Billy after him harassing Miss Van, we knew y'all didn't give a damn about Melody and her family. We knew y'all didn't give a hoot about them. But as a woman, even if you felt nothing and you disliked her, hated her, or whatever, you didn't have to get on your platform and say a doggone thing, because it wasn't concerning you Allegedly. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you did play a part in it. Maybe you do know something. Because we all know that your daughter had something to do with it. She played a little part in it allegedly. I I wouldn't put it past her because her motive was not pure. But we still waiting on you to keep it 100. You know, uh, because the mess you stated on your platform, you could have kept that to yourself. The same way Tisha did when she got the explosive information about Melody. She sat back, sat quiet, and didn't say anything. That's what you should have did. You should have kept on cooking that chicken or whatever you was cooking yesterday, and you didn't even have to get on your platform to address nothing because we didn't see nothing you kept it 100 about. But since you wanted to keep it 100 and we still waiting, can you keep it 100 about Marcel alleged baby? Can you keep it 100 about Bedrock? Why it's not built yet? Why it's not built yet? Why we keep seeing all these rocks and boulders? Equipment still in the same place from day one? Can you keep it 100 about Tisha and Marcel lawsuits? I mean, you said you was keeping it 100, so, and you was going to let people come up and, I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting on you to keep it 100, Wanda. Because you didn't have to come on your platform and say anything. But, and then you come on there and you choose to talk about content creators and the millimeters. But why? Why are you always addressing the millimeters? That's not your business. You claim not to like the millimeters, but you sure got a lot to say about the millimeters. I didn't hear you address nothing about the T Squad. Ain't that Tisha Squad? T Squad? You didn't address them. You didn't say anything to them, but you always poking in the millimeters business. Why? And it's like, you have a lot of nerves to talk about somebody's looks when your daughter Tisha is the most insecure person on the planet. But you talking about the content creator's looks? Are you serious? Well, since you want to go to the looks department, Wanda, can you keep it 100 and tell the people how many times a day Tisha is allegedly bleaching her skin? I mean, you keeping it 100, right? That's all we asking for is for you to keep your word and keep it 100. And if you gonna keep it 100, keep it 100 and tell how many times Tisha allegedly had her body done. I mean, Wanda, these are things that we are waiting on you to keep it 100 about, because we don't want you to keep it 100 about something that don't have anything to do with you. What Melody is going through, if you can't help the situation, don't harm the situation. And when you when you say you're gonna keep it, you're gonna keep it 100. Keep it 100 on what you know and who you know. Because you getting on your platform calling people B's and H's and talking about their looks and talking about what you would have done to somebody. Aren't you the one that was up there on your platform talking about people getting your phone number and your address? Now you Billy Bad Butt, huh? You Billy Badass now. Talking about you gonna give out your address and you want people to pull up. Wanda, at your age, and not them shoes that you keep carrying around in that box. Because the way I see it, you talking about Melody and talking about how less of screen time she got last episode. But what you still fail to realize, Wanda, is that you, your family, your co-workers, your friends, all of y'all on that show that's going against her, still eating off the table that Melody Cherie built. So no matter how many times your daughter copy her hair, her clothes, and mimic her interviews, she's never going to be Melody Cherie. Since we're keeping it 100, I'm going to keep 100 with you. No matter how many times Tisha tries, she's never going to be Melody Cherie. I'm just stating my opinion, talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think.